States stands completely isolated globally for supporting Israel in this massacre. And the consequences of that are being felt all over the world in shifting alliances, in economic patterns, in changing geopolitical structures, even in the use of the dollar as currency and many other things. There is a massive, a seismic change of geopolitics underway in which the U.S. has chosen nearly total isolation in the world. So contrary to being what Biden, in his fantasy, thinks that the world looks to the U.S. for leadership, the world looks at the U.S. aghast. The U.S. stands alone with Israel. Of course, the world's even.
Obadiah 1:1, it says the vision of Obadiah. Thus said the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai power concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, and thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest amongst the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Shalom. First or foremost, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem HaKakodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Peace and sincerity unto the elect. Shalom. I'm back at you with another lesson, Lord willing, straight to the point and edifying. All right, this lesson is going to be, various topics. All right, I'm kind of be all over the place, but, Lord willing, it's edifying and straight to the point. All right, and these devils, all right, Esau, Edom, so-called white man, okay, their agenda, all right, is to bring the world, okay, into a complete technological enslavement, okay, but they need various other things to come forth out of that, all right? They need the order out of the chaos, okay? They need to bring complete worldwide destruction, okay? As well as the Georgia Guidestones, in which they say they need basically the Earth's population to come down, to drastically come down, basically like 95%. They want only 500 million people on the Earth, okay, so they can rule over the people, you see? Because the people, there's people that know too much, okay? This devil's being exposed, okay, all over the place, all right? Their crimes, their wickedness, you see? And the from the head apostles on down, okay, a Great Millstone, they've been saying this, where Israel, okay, is gonna draw out America into this third world war, okay, which is gonna be the last war, the war of wars, man. Okay, the last war, okay, where it's gonna get nuclear on another level. You see? So let me get this scripture. All right, then I got I got a lot of some videos and some articles. Okay, Jeremiah 49:20. It says, "Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai that he had taken against Edom, and his purposes, that he had purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them." Because you see, these small hats, all right, which is the head tribe Amalek, the head tribe of Esau, Edom. See, they're gonna draw America into this war. Okay, because these devils, if you paying attention and keeping up, these devils are pushing, to basically eradicate, okay, these Palestinians, all right, which is not their land. It's both not their land, okay, but wrong is wrong and right is right. See, and they're trying to basically cull off the population, okay, because they have an oil. I believe they found an oil reservoir in the ocean, okay, that could change a nation's life, okay, a country's life. They can build up, get but be on the world stage, so to speak. All right, and make they could do trade and become rich. Okay, and these devils, like Habakkuk says. Let me get that real quick. Okay, and it's all a part of the agenda. Okay, but these Edomites, okay, they're bloodthirsty and wicked, man. Okay, hold on, let me see. I'm gonna go to Malachi as well, Lord willing. Okay, Habakkuk 2:5, it says, yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, he's a proud man, talking about Esau Edom, so-called white man, neither keepeth at home, Esau Edom, who enlarges his desire as hell and is as death and cannot be satisfied. Okay, here it is, the Lord bless these Edomites, okay, with all the resources, with all the power, with all the wealth, all right, and it's not enough. They want to control the people. They want to be as Yahweh Shem Al Shai. They want to sit in the seat of Yahweh Shem Al Shai, okay, which is making them completely insane. Okay, and they're doing all types of wickedness to fulfill their agenda. Okay, it says, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto himself, but gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. And this is what he's doing. Okay, now let me get this. Yes, and let me start at 1. Micah 2:1, it says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it's in the power of their hand. And we know Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right, and pursuant to Malachi 4:1, we know who the wicked is. It is Esau Edom. They're the border of wickedness. All right, evil come. They are the wicked of the earth. They are the children of Satan. All right, on earth. See, they're doing the bidding of Satan. Okay, the next verse, the point, says, Micah 2:2, it says, and they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. Okay, and this is what these devils do. They go throughout the earth, okay, completely destroying the people, okay, going over there with their democracy, all right, their military, robbing the resources, starving the people, destroying the land, putting up their corporations out there, having the people who work out there, who live out there, basically, they don't get to reap the benefits of their resources that their land produces. Okay, this devil is able to go throughout the earth with the sword, okay, and destroy these people. Okay, and it's coming home to roost, because what's gonna eventually happen is that these nations are gonna turn against Babylon the Great. And you're seeing it happen now. North Korea, you got North Korea boasting up against Babylon. You got Iran boasting up against Babylon. You got Russia, China, and all these other nations that's joined onto the BRICS. Okay, boasting up against America, because America is the problem. Babylon the Great, America is the problem with the earth. It is the cancer of the earth, and them small hats in the land of Israel, they are the cancer of the earth. They're why the earth cannot work, all right, how it's supposed to. Okay, everybody got to constantly be fighting, and these nations are going to eventually get tired of it and realize who the problem is. Okay, and they're going to launch they're going to destroy them and wipe them off the face of the earth, pursuant to Jeremiah 49 and 20. Okay, as well as Revelation 17 and 16, because this is where it's all going to lead to. Okay, because Babylon, via the NATO and the EU, okay, these European countries, okay, America, because of sanctioning, their quote unquote enemies or whatever, okay, is hurting these other nations. So these other nations can't do business with Russia or China or whatever it is, but they need these resources from those places. Okay, which is hurting these hurting the economy of these other European nations. Okay, and eventually, like I believe Japan had bought some oil from Russia, I believe, and I believe other European Union, I believe it was France as well, if I'm right, that they also because they need it. All right, because Europe doesn't have any natural resources. This is why they go throughout the earth, All right, like especially in Africa, so-called Africa, they go out there and rob the resources, man. This is why they go throughout the earth, plundering and pillaging. Okay, because Europe does not have its own natural resources. Okay, so this is eventually, all right, gonna, whatever may transpire, but somewhere down the line, the Babylon's cohorts, okay, or allies via the EU or the United Nations, all right, they're gonna turn on Babylon and they're gonna launch missiles, as well as Russia, China, Iran, and many of these other countries that hate the whore, okay, are gonna launch missiles upon mini Babylon, which is those small hats in the land, which are not the true people of the Holy Scriptures, and on Babylon the Great. All right. Revelation 17:16, it says, "In the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore." And these are the 10 horns of these kings that are ruling with the beast. All right, these nations that are ruling with Babylon the Great. All right, its allies, the UN, the EU. Okay, that's with the this whole agenda that's helping Babylon go throughout the earth and conquer and sanctioning and bringing all these other countries into submission under the rule of Babylon the Great America, man. Okay, it says, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, right, shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire," because this is what eventually is going to come, the thermonuclear destruction. Okay, somewhere along the line, America's allies are gonna turn on them, man. Okay, they're gonna turn on them pursuant to this. Let me get this right up here. Right, they're gonna turn on Babylon the Great. Right, you already seen Turkey condemning Babylon for the massacre going on in Israel. You see, and you have many other nations that don't agree with this, what's going on, and this is gonna lead, all right, to World War III. See, Obadiah 1:7, it says, "All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border." Okay, the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee. Okay, Saudi Arabia joined the BRICS. Who else joined? And that was one of America's biggest allies. All right, they're who gave them allowed America basically to buy oil from them, so to create the petrodollar. Okay, where all these other countries that Saudi Arabia was sending oil to, and people, these nations that were buying oil from Saudi Arabia, they had to transfer their money into dollars. This is what made the American dollar so powerful. Okay, because oil is a big commodity. Okay, you need it for cars, you need it for your tools and your what's the word like machinery and things like that. You need it for heat. You need it for a lot of things. Okay, so having it in the dollar gave America the dominance on the planet. Okay, but now you're seeing these nations, the BRICS nations, all right, they're removing themselves from the dollar. Okay, I forgot I think it's Egypt, right? Egypt just denounced the dollar, and they're starting to trade in their money and in other currencies, man, other than the dollar. See, so it's only a matter of time before the dollar collapses and war is going to start. Okay, it's inevitable. Okay, let me read it again. It says, Obadiah 1:7, it says, "All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread, the debt, right, have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him." So, you see, it says, Shall I not in that day saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, even destroy the wise men out of Edom? And you're seeing that now. All the bugged out decisions these Edomites is making, getting them caught. People ain't falling for the bullshit no more because they see what's going on. All right, they see they see the madness going on. They see what these elites want, what they're trying to do. Okay, it says the understanding out of the mount of Esau. All right, and thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. They're going to be destroyed. All right. That's his end. This is Esau's end. His end is destruction. It's complete destruction. All right. Job 20 and 27, it says, the heavens shall reveal his iniquity. Okay. And that's what's happening. You've seen it all over social media, all over TikTok, all over Instagram, all over YouTube, and Bandit TV and Brighteon and Rumble and all these platforms exposing this devil on his wickedness and what's really going on. All right, they were able to keep the narrative for a long time that they were these self-righteous and holy people and all this shit, and it was like, no, now it's come out that you are the wicked, man. You are the wicked. You are the cancer of the earth. All right. Job 20 and 27 says the earth shall reveal his iniquity and the earth shall rise up against him. And that's what's happening. The earth is rising up against him, man. All right. So let me get this here.
Not be stunned, surprised to find out the Russians notified Washington that they've placed a nuclear weapon, a warhead in space, hovering over North America that's capable of delivering an electromagnetic pulse attack over North America. You don't blow up satellites with nukes. That's crazy. It would be the worst nightmare, folks. You'd be better off to be incinerated with a nuclear warhead than to live after an EMP attack. Why do I say that? Because you're still alive, but there's no life. You're back to the 1600s. No technology at all. Nothing. No way to pump water, no electricity, no utilities of any kind, no food, no transportation, no trucks hauling food, no farmers, tractors not moving, nothing. No food processing companies still operating.
Someone wrote me over the weekend saying, well, I'll have solar panels and everything. I'll have electricity. I said, no, you won't, because
all your gadgets will be fried.
Well, but the circuit boards that process the electrical from the solar panel to your household grid, they're fried.
Yes, and all your gadgets in your house are fried.
Yeah.
Everything electrical is fried. You're not fried. The gadgets are fried. Well, you think, we'll get it fixed. Well, how are you going to fix it when nothing works?
And guess where all the circuit boards and transformers
From China.
Yes.
Our electrical grid can't be fixed because all the parts come from China. And China's just going to sit back and watch us starve. Years ago, James Woolsey, former CIA director, told me, and this was a personal conversation I had with him, he said that within 1 year, 90% of the American people would be dead. Not from the blast, but from the implosion of society. The lack of food, the lack of water, the lack of medical care, the lack of heat, just the chaos, the crime. The CIA expects 90% of the population to die within 12 months after an EMP attack. That's what I think the Russians have threatened to deliver to the United States. It'll be the worst nightmare. You don't want to live in that world. And there's no way out. There's no place to go. Canada's going to be taken out. Mexico's going to be taken out. Where are you going to go? You're going to walk on foot? What are you going to eat? What are you going to drink? How long can you walk to get to South America? This is the nightmare that we would have.
Yes, the one thing that's kind of preserved the North American continent for now centuries is the fact that we've got two great big oceans on both sides of the continent. That's kind of protected us. But in an EMP, it becomes our prison.
Yes, we're boxed in.
We can't go anywhere.
We don't have any place to go.
All right, you see? 2 Ezra 16 and 17, it says, woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death. Okay? If the power goes out, were to go out right now, okay? If Russia were to, or any one of these countries that despise America, all right, Babylon, decides to launch a nuclear weapon over, all right, over Babylon, okay, and cause an EMP and destroy everything you're through. All right, just like the movie Leave the World Behind, okay? It says the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death. A lot of people are going to will be deleted. A lot of people will be deleted because everything relies on electricity, man. Everything, the water pumps, like he was saying, the electrical grid, everything, okay? It will, like he said, it will push people back to the 1600s, okay? It says the beginning of wars. And the power shall stand in fear, because these devils are going to be in fear too, because they're going to lose control. All right. They're going to realize that they're not in control, man. All right. Like Elder Yashawamba always brings out. These devils are going to realize they're not in control. All right. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these things when these evils shall come? All right. It says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Okay. And all these things that is happening. Okay. And there's constant warnings going out. These guys are constantly telling you what's to come and what's going on. All right. You got shutdowns about to come down upon New York, man. They're having shutdowns on New York because these truckers, they're not gonna bring food. Okay, and I saw a video. I should have downloaded it, but I saw a video on TikTok, and basically a dude, he was showing the shelves in the store, and it was spotless. You know, it was food here and there, but there was whole parts without food because they're not bringing food in. And these truckers are saying that they're not going to do it. They're not going to bring it in, I believe, for 3 years, the same amount of time I think they gave Trump that he won't be able to run his business or whatever it is. So they're not going to bring any food into New York. And they're telling people basically to start racking up on food. And our people, you Negroes, you Latinos, Native Americans, y'all out here playing the fuck around, bro. Y'all playing around. Y'all playing around, man. All right? No sense of urgency, no sense of nothing. Okay? Jake just living life. And here it is. A famine's about to come, but could potentially come. Okay? And it's going down in New York, man. A lot of things is going down in New York. All right? You know, Jake think it's a joke. All right. So this is the New York Post. It says Putin's Powell threatens Armageddon nuclear attack on DC and London if Russia has to give back any Ukraine territory. All right. Oh, man. Okay. Let me get this real quick. Ezekiel 38:10, it says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai Power. It shall also come to pass that at the same time things shall come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought. Okay, and this is talking pursuant to the war, World War III. Okay, the war Armageddon. Okay, between Russia, his allies, and Babylon. All right, coming up against Babylon, the small hats. All right. So let me just read a little bit of it. It says, a close ally of Vladimir Putin warned Sunday that Russia will launch Armageddon by nuking cities such as Washington and London if Moscow was forced to give up Ukrainian territory it has taken over, according to reports. It says Dmitry Medvedev, Deputy Secretary of Russian Security Council. It says the former Russian president and prime minister threatened that the U.S. and its allies may pay the ultimate price if Russia is forced to retreat. It says attempts to restore Russia's 1991 borders will lead only to one thing. Okay, global war. See, this is prophecy. With Western countries, with the use of our entire strategic nuclear arsenal against Kiev, Berlin, London, and Washington, and against all other beautiful historic places, all right, that have long been included in the fight targets of our nuclear triad. Melda, whatever his name is, wrote on Telegram. See, this is all prophecy, man. All right. It says Ezekiel 38:10. It says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai Power. It shall also come to pass that at the same time, shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought. And they're gonna launch those missiles over here, man. Okay, they're gonna get rid of the cancer. All right, which is Babylon, America. All right, and these other European countries that side with Babylon. Okay. Let me get a video before I get the next article.
A lot has happened in the last few days. Russia and China are about to take over the world. And before we start, if you're not ready for conflict in the United States, you better get ready now. I'll show you why after. We've had many reports saying that Putin invited Hamas, Hezbollah, and any Iranian-backed militant group to come meet with him in Moscow, and some other weird things happen. And right about at the same time, Assad welcomes Russia to put a new base in Syria after the Putin meeting. Do y'all not understand how big this is? Let me show you the battlefield that changes the whole world. First off, obviously there's fighting going on all throughout Israel. Rafah's down here where they're moving all the Palestinians to, still fighting in Gaza and West Bank. This is Golan Heights. You see Syria right here. Well, guess where Russia will be building the base? On the Syria side of Golan Heights. So with Russia being active right beside Israel, we have the United States with nuclear carriers right here in the Mediterranean Sea. We have Z of China warning Israel not to move in Rafah, which they're already doing. I'll show you that in 1 second. And even though they don't want to say it, we have the U.S. at war in the Middle East with the Houthis, with Iran, and proxies through Hezbollah and Hamas. All the people that Putin invited to Moscow. I genuinely don't think people understand the severity of the situation. Don't forget Russia's calendar for 2024 with their troops at our capital. I mean, look at all the destruction. Displaced animals. If you look at videos of Gaza right now, you're going to see a whole bunch of cats looking just like this walking around. Before I forget, these are allegedly the camps being built out in the desert in Sinai for the Palestinians that are in Rafah right now as they get pushed out of there. Yeah, this is still going on. Now, do you remember how earlier in the video I told you, are you ready for the conflict here in the United States? This is why.
Hey, Jackie, good morning to you. Out here in Jacumba, we're about an hour east of downtown San Diego right now. This is a very remote area that has seen an explosion of illegal crossings from Chinese migrants and Middle Eastern migrants. This is the area the cartel has been pushing them across for some reason. You can see some of them over my shoulder right now, camped out off a major interstate out here, waiting for Border Patrol to pick them up.
You see? It's going down. Ezekiel 38:10, it says, Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, power, it shall come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought. Next verse, the point. And thou shalt say, I will go up, okay, to the land of unwalled villages, is Babylon the Great America, man. I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls, and having neither bars nor gates. And that's America, man. That's America. No bars, no gates. Walk straight in. Okay? The invasion already has begun, man. You see? Let me get this. All right, so I pulled up the article, okay, that he was talking about. This was in March. It was March 15th of last year. It says, Putin, Assad discuss rebuilding Syrian regional issues. Okay, it says Russian President Vladimir Putin hosted Syrian leader Bashar al-Assad in the Kremlin on Wednesday for talks that focus on rebuilding Syria after a devastating civil war and efforts to stabilize the region. It says welcoming Assad at the start of the meeting, which took place on the anniversary of Syria's 12-year uprising turned civil war. Putin emphasized that Russia's military devised contribution to stabilizing the country. It says Russia has waged a military campaign in Syria since September 2015, teaming up with Iran to allow Assad's government to fight armed opposing groups and reclaim control over most of the country, while Russia now concentrates the bulk of its military resources in Ukraine. Moscow has maintained a military foothold in Syria and kept warplanes and troops at its bases there. So you see, it's going down, man. It's only a matter of time. So Russia's already in the Middle East, man. All right, it says Assad thanked Putin for backing Syria's sovereignty and territorial integrity, noting that the Kremlin supports has remained strong despite the fight in Ukraine. So Russia's already in the Middle East. Okay? And this is all prophecy, man. This is all prophecy. All right? Let me read Ezekiel 38. Let me go down. I'm going to read down. All right? So Ezekiel chapter 30, I'm going to read from 1 down. All right? It says, and the word of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog and the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him. This is Russia, okay? Because they have a big part to do in end time prophecy. All right? And say, thus said the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, power, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, and chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaw, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Okay, the Lord is gonna put Russia back in that Soviet mindset, that warlike mindset. All right, that domineering mindset. Okay, it says these are the nations that are gonna be with him. Right. It says Persia, which is Iran. Okay. Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet, Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmer of the north quarters and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. So Russia is going to be a guard unto these nations, man. Okay, these small nations. Let me get this scripture. I'm gonna come back over here. All right, Joel 3 and 9, I believe. Okay. Let me get Joel 3 and 9 first. It says, Joel 3 and 9 says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Okay, the point, it says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say that I am strong. Let the weak say I am strong. And that's what's happening. Okay, you got North Korea boasting up against America. You got Iran boasting up against America. You got countries that 10 years ago, 10, 15, 20 years ago would not even think to boast up against America. All right. Now these nations are boasting up against America because now they have the same technology. They got the weapons. Okay, they're getting help from these, these bigger countries like Russia, China, India, and all these other countries that are helping them, build up their military, build up their arsenal, build up their weaponry. You see what I'm saying? So Russia's being a guard unto them by helping them. Okay. Sending them weapons, giving them troops, helping them out. You see? All right. But that was the point. Let me see. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop. Let me just get the points. All right. No, let me just keep going. This is a nice, beautiful scripture. It says, after many days, this is Ezekiel 38 and 8. It says, after many days, thou shalt be visited in the latter years. Thou shalt come into the land that is brought back from the sword and is gathered out of many people against the mountains of Israel. Okay, because what's going to happen is they're going to invade Israel. Israel is going to be invaded. All right, because right now those small hats are about to F around and find out. Okay, it says, which have been always waste, but it is brought forth out of the nations, and they shall dwell safely, all of them. It says, thou shalt ascend like a storm, thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land, thou and thy bands, and many people with thee. Okay, they're going to invade this place, man, and America's going to have to engage in this war, man. Okay, they're going to have to engage in this war. All right. And then, and then it says, verse 10, it says, thus said the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, power, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall evil things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought, and thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at ease, that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls and having neither bars nor gates. And this is what's gonna inevitably happen, man. All right, this place is good. The small hats, all right, over there in Israel, they're gonna get invaded, and then Babylon the Great, America, is being invaded right now as we speak. All right, and they will be completely annihilated and destroyed, man. Okay. Ooh, let me just read the next verse. It says, to take a spoil and to take a prey, to turn thine hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited, and upon the people that are gathered out of the nations, which have gotten cattle and goods and dwell in the midst of the land. This place is going to be finished. All right. So let me see if I get another article here. All right. So this is the Jerusalem Post, and this is still going into the video we just watched just now, where he was basically talking about, Russia basically telling, Palestinian leaders, Hamas, and Iran, and those type of people, they bring them over to they tell them to come over, to Russia to have a meeting. Okay, and I believe it's what, February 29th or something, 26th, I believe 26th or 29th, one of those. Right, it says Palestinian authorities Prime Minister Mohammed, I ain't gonna say that, said over the weekend that Russia invited Palestinian fractions to meet in Moscow at some point in late February. It says the latest Russian move to increase its influence in the post-October 7th world. Moscow hosted the Hamas delegation already in October, as Hamas sought to do outreach to Moscow. It says, in October, a Hamas delegation set up for Moscow, led by senior Hamas member Musa Abu, I ain't gonna say that, man. And it says, and met with the Russian and Iranian deputy foreign minister and Ali, whatever those names is. It says that meeting represented a convening of interest between Russia, Iran, and Hamas. You see, so Russia is tied in with Persia. All right, just like the scriptures say here. I'll end up right here, so I can. Just like it say here. Okay, it says Persia, Ethiopia, Libya with them. Okay, this is Persia. Okay, and this is prophecy. Okay, they're linked up. All right. It says, this is concerning because Iran backs Hamas, okay, and also supplies Russia with drones for its use in the war in Ukraine. Russia has been particular cold towards Israel following the October 7th. See, this is prophecy, slamming the operations in Gaza and particular Israel's ambassador to Russia in early February. See, it says Russia has been particularly cold. All right, towards Israel. Peculiarly, can't say that word. Particularly cold towards Israel. All right. So this is all prophecy, man. All right, and they're siding with Iran, which Babylon, okay, they want to go to war with them. Okay, just like that guy said, and I got lessons on it, where he says, they have it planned out, and basically Iran is the last place that they want to go to war with, which is going to lead Russia and bring Russia into the war. All roads lead, all right, to World War III. It's coming. All roads are leading to all-out war. All right, thermonuclear war. This is where it's all leading to. You see? This is where it's all leading to. Complete all-out war. All right. So, you could go look this up on your own. Right. Oh, yeah. I mean, this is the same thing, but, this gives the date. Yeah, it says February 26th down here. Yeah, it says February 26th. See? And that's in a few days. All right. But you see what's going on. All right. Now we're going to, go into something else. Get this right here.
Rising between Taiwan and China after China's Coast Guard boarded a Taiwanese ship. It's seen as a response to the recent drowning of 2 Chinese fishermen in Taiwan-controlled seas. Stash Butler with this report.
Taiwanese TV captures tourists returning ashore after a maritime incident that sparked serious concern in Taipei.
The Chinese Coast Guard boarded our ship, and they kept us there for half an hour.
A Taiwanese tour boat strayed into Chinese waters and was then boarded by Chinese officials, caught in this passenger's photo. It happened here, near the Taiwan-controlled Jinmen Islands, just 5 kilometers off the coast of China, which claims Taiwan and Jinmen as its own. The unusual incident is seen as a new way for Beijing to erode Taipei's authority.
But even boarding, that is a different thing. That's a whole new scale altogether. It's very much an escalation in terms of what authority China arrogates to itself.
The boarding comes just days after 2 Chinese fishers drowned near Jinmen while fleeing Taiwan's Coast Guard. In response, Beijing has sent more of its own ships to patrol the area. Taiwan has protested the tour boat boarding, calling it regrettable. The incident has raised fears that China could go further and launch a larger-scale quarantine controlling all access to Taiwan.
One of the critical issues I worry about is whether or not the Chinese extend that to the entire, like up to the unofficial median line or across the entire strait. Because if you impose a quarantine situation, well, there's very little that the Taiwanese can do without resorting to war to prevent that.
It's yet another challenge for this self-ruled island as it faces the threat of conflict and attempts by its neighbor to undermine its control. Stash Butler, Sky News.
See, just more war. All right, more war, drums beating. You see, it's inevitable, man. China is going to eventually invade Taiwan, man. Okay? Matthew 24:6, Lord Yahweh Shai speaking, it says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." All right, so these are all the beginning of sorrows, man. All right, hearing wars, you got wars going on right now. You got rumors of wars. Okay, people, basically effing with each other. Okay, see, boasting up against each other. Okay, but inevitably it's gonna end up in complete all-out war, man. All right, it's inevitable. Okay, so let me just, I got an article on it, just to get a little deeper in it. It says China's Coast Guard has triggered panic in Taiwan. That's one part of Beijing's plan. See, it says King Zia, a Taiwanese tourist boat, was taking 23 passengers on a journey towards Taiwan's outlying Kinmen Island, just miles from China's southeast coast, when it was intercepted by 2 Chinese Coast Guard vessels. It says 6 Chinese officers swooped aboard, checked the vessel's route plan, certificate, and the license of its 11 crew members in a forced inspection that lasted about half an hour, according to Taiwan's Coast Guard, which said King Zia had veered toward the Chinese side of the water to avoid shoals. It says the unprecedented encounter with Chinese law enforcement at the time of heightened tensions between Beijing and Taipei startled Taiwanese passengers on board. So you see, it's only a matter of time, man. It's super scary. A passenger told Taiwan's United Daily News in a video upon returning to the shore under the escort of the Taiwanese Coast Guard ship on Monday. "I was so afraid that I wouldn't be able to come back to Taiwan." See? All right. And America's always in the midst. America is always in the midst of dealing in everybody else's country's affairs. All right. America's dealing with Taiwan. America's dealing with Ukraine. America's dealing with I think it's I think it's Venezuela, I believe. America's dealing with the small hats. America's all over the world committing all types of atrocities and wickedness, man. All right, and that's going to lead to his destruction. Okay, Job 20 and 27, it says, "The heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him." Okay, And eventually these countries are going to get tired of Babylon. They're going to get tired of Babylon, man. And they're going to do something. All right, they're going to do something destructive. Okay, let me get this. Reuters. It says Taiwan drives away Chinese Coast Guard boat as Frontlines Island tension rises. See? It says Taiwan on Tuesday drove away a Chinese Coast Guard boat that entered waters near the sensitive Frontline Islands. It says in the rise in tensions, a day after China's Coast Guard boarded a Taiwanese tourist boat that a Taiwan minister said was triggering panic. It says the Chinese Coast Guard boat numbered 8,029 entered Taiwan's waters near Kinmen on Tuesday morning. Taiwan's Coast Guard said, adding that it dispatched a boat and used radio and broadcast to drive away its Chinese counterpart, which left the area an hour later. See, so they're basically boasting up against each other. You do this, I'm gonna do this. You gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. Okay, and eventually, you know, it's gonna lead to war. Okay, even on their part. But you know, Taiwan is nothing. China could swallow Taiwan up if it wants. Just like with the situation with Russia and Ukraine, this war could have been over. But you know, Putin is not gonna. You know, Putin could have been just completely rolled out on them. But you know, he's not. Right? Same thing with China. He could have been rolled out on Taiwan. Come on, they're bigger than them. All right, they have better weapons. Okay, but what's keeping these countries so proud and so bold to even fight? All right, they're basically same nation as these damn Edomites, these damn Babylonians. All right, that's you know, giving them the resources, giving them the weapons, and using our American taxpayers' money to fund war. All right, these damn devils. You see? Oh man. Let me see. I got a video on this. I don't think I got a video for this one, but I'm just gonna get this article right here as well. It says Kim Jong-un has broken with decades of North Korean policy. It says, does it mean he's planning a war? All right. And this was February 16th of this month. Okay. Salaki. All right. It says, as the war in Ukraine grinds towards its third year and fighting in Gaza inflames a border crisis across the Middle East, global security observers are keeping a close watch on another part of the world, North Korea, where Kim Jong-un's latest provocations are raising questions about his military intentions. It says in recent weeks, the leader has brushed aside decades of his country's policies towards South Korea. It says now proclaiming that North Korea would no longer seek reconciliation, and reunification with the South, and calling for it to be classified as their permanent enemy. See, it's going down, man. All over the world. Chaos. All right, but this is what the WEF wants. The world people, you know, the world forum people. That's what they want. All right, this is what they want. They want the chaos. They want the madness. They want the destruction. They want to bring the order out of the chaos. They want to bring forth the destruction. Okay. It says North Korea does not want war, but will not avoid it. Kim declared at a political gathering last month, according to the state outlet KCNA. All right. It says if war came, the country's goal would be occupying, suppressing, and reclaiming the Republic of Korea and subjugating it into the territory of the Republic, he said, referring to South Korea by its official name. So you see, the Lord is putting the spirit, all right, on these kings, all right, to want to reclaim, all right, all of their land, to reclaim all of their resources, to reclaim what Babylon has taken, basically. You see what I'm saying? These kings, all right, they want back their lands. They want back what's theirs. They want to join them onto themselves, and they want to take it from America. All right, because that's the main problem with all of these countries. America's in the midst. Okay, This is going to cause the destruction, man. This is going to cause this place to be destroyed, and it's already being destroyed from the inside out. The Lord is going to destroy this place from the inside out, man. All right, so, you know, you can read this article as well, you know. Okay. We're going to go into this migrant issue over here. All right. And these devils, what they want the complete chaos, all right, and the madness, okay, to bring forth, all right, this NWO, to bring forth a system where they can basically track and trace you, okay, via the MOTB. Okay, they want to create as much chaos, as much violence, as much, you know, deletions, as much, you know, danger. And you know, they're going to use it by fear. They're going to use they're doing all these things to create enough fear in the world where people will basically regard their natural human rights, okay, for basically for safety and protection from the government. Okay, and in this case, it will be a world government, the NWO. Okay, which the elites will become your god. All right, they'll be able to track and trace you, know everything you're doing, know where you're going. All right, you will be rationed out food. Okay, you will have a carbon tax. Okay, you won't be able to buy certain resources. You'll have to eat bugs. They want you to eat bugs. Okay, they want you to eat 3D printed salmon. All right, all types of madness is going down. They're making food out of feces, man. Okay, this is why the Lord has to bring judgment, and the Lord has to come back, man, and get us the hell out of here and destroy this wicked, sinful kingdom and destroy this wicked, sinful man. All right, this is the devil. Okay, hold on, let me get this. Job 9:24 says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay, he covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Okay, we know who this devil is. Okay, he come to do the working of Satan. See if I can get that real quick, Lord willing. Hold on. Let's see if I go before that. Yep, 2 Thessalonians 2:8, it says, and then shall the wicked be revealed, Esau, Edom, so-called white man. All right? He's been revealed, whom the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, the prophets, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming when the Lord comes back in his second coming in the chariots. All right, with the host of heaven. Okay? It says 2 Thessalonians 2:9, it says, even him who is coming is after the working of Satan with all power lying, with all power, signs, and lying wonders is Esau, Edom. All right. Even him who is coming is after the work, and he does the work of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders, man. All right. This is the devil. See?
It's a landmark that people may know, crossing the road, going onto the opposite side of traffic now.
Oh boy, this is
trying to get out of the way. This is a problem.
So this is what we saw earlier. They were just sort of letting this driver have it, go at it. But this is where they're probably, look at this
Whoa,
here.
hit another car.
Yeah, they're going to have to bring this to a stop a lot sooner as you look at this driver
Wow,
get more
hitting
aggressive.
another car, 3 more cars, 4 cars, 5 cars, doing another maneuver to go back onto 29. Oh, it looks like he stopped at this
so
tree.
I don't know if he's stuck or stopped. Nope, he's trying to back out of there. Again, so this all started with a report of a stolen truck, right, Adam? This is how okay, so we have officers approaching right now.
They appear to be opening the door. Are they pulling him out of the car?
Looks like they're going to try to pull him out of the car. We
Guns
saw it
drawn.
moving just a bit. Those guns are drawn. I'm not sure if we're going to cut away.
It looks like they're trying to break the back window.
They're trying to get in somehow because, as you saw a minute ago, this is truly a threat right here when you have a driver just maneuvering the streets like this with a lot of traffic out on the roads in such a busy part of town as well. Again, you have the K9 dogs on scene as well. A lot of those officers from Maryland State Police. You had Prince George's County Police a little earlier on the scene. A number of jurisdictions working to bring this driver.
See? Ezekiel 75, it says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Hashem El Shai, power and evil, and only evil, behold, is come. Okay? The end is come. The end is come. It watcheth for thee, behold, it is come. All right? Because this is the end. Okay? But this time is going to be evil. Okay? A lot of evil is about to transpire throughout this world, and especially in Babylon, the great America, because they have to bring this place down. All right? And they're allowing all of these migrants, all right, which, coming through the border. All right, they're coming through the border, all right, as well as Babylon's enemies coming through the border, okay, to wreak havoc, okay, on America. See, because they want the chaos, they want the madness, they want the destruction, they want another 911 2.0. Okay, all of Babylon's enemies are in the land; they're here. Okay. These militias, the UN troops, they're waiting for the call. They're waiting for their orders, okay, to roll on you Babylonians, man. Okay? Then you have these gangs and these gangs coming over here and doing the same shit that they was doing in their country. They're bringing it here. And you Babylonians ain't ready for what they on. They on something different. These are spirits created for vengeance, man. These people are completely lawless, all right? And even if they get deported, it doesn't even matter if they get deported, because what's going to happen is that they're going to get deported, sent back over there into their country. And what's going to happen? They're going to just come right back through the border. Okay? 2 Timothy 3:1, it says, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. Okay? And we're in those times. These are the perilous times. Okay?
Over in the Middle East?
In 91. I was in the first Persian excursion.
What's your feeling about those people, the way that they feel about the U.S.?
They hate us with a passion.
Why?
Why? Because we're us.
How did they treat you when you were there?
Well, with respect, because I was armed.
Yeah.
Okay, but when you're not armed, you're nothing but the infidel. And they're, to me, it's kind of like having a dog that you got to tie a pork chop around your neck to play with you. Okay, the only reason they like us or even give you the time of day is because we're foolish enough to give them money or whatever they need.
Very well said.
But as soon as they're done with us, or they got somebody to give them bigger and better, we're the infidel again, and we deserve to die. That's just the way.
Wow.
I go back to a question. I don't know if you were in when we had our little together time, but.
No, he wasn't there.
He wasn't here? I have a very... And give
be careful of the question.
No. You got short, concise, powerful answers. I like them. Question is, how surprised would you be within the next... Actually, no, let me say it the other way. How long do you think it is until we have another 9/11?
I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet.
Really?
I tell you what, as soon as they figure out how to get a nuclear device in here, we will lose the city. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. As soon as they figure out how to do it or where to get it through, we will lose the city. I guarantee you that.
And where's the most open door right now?
Yeah.
Right here. Texas,
Well,
Arizona.
you're on the front lines, bro.
Yeah.
From here all the way up through Arizona, California.
You see? Jeremiah 49:31, it says, arise and get you up unto that wealthy nation. This is Babylon, the great America. Arise, get you up unto the wealthy nation that dwell without care, saith the Lord Yahweh Hashem El Shai, which have neither gates nor bars, which dwell alone. That's Babylon, the great America. These people are walking straight into the country. Walking straight into the country. You heard what he said? He said the moment they figure out, if not already have it here, because you have to remember, they have people that's already been here, grew up here, were raised here in Babylon, all right, waiting for the perfect moment. You see what I'm saying? You have these sleeper cells. You have all that. They have it already, man. It's already here. All these things are here. It's just waiting for the call. It's waiting for the moment, the perfect moment to bring forth the destruction, man. All right, to bring forth whatever they're going to bring forth, to lock the country down, to kick off the civil war, to bring forth the martial law, all right, to put people in them FEMA camps, all right, to bring forth that MOTB, man. You see? That's what all of this is going to, man. This is where it's going. All right? Jeremiah 49:31 says, Arise and get you up into the wealthy nation that dwell without care, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, Slakia, which have neither gates nor bars, which dwell alone. See? Let me get this Jeremiah 30. Jeremiah 30:7 says, Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So we're headed into the midst of Jacob's trouble, pursuing to Elder Apostle Tahar coining this year. All right, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. Okay? And so far, since this so-called years began, it's been nothing but madness. Okay? It's been nothing but madness, man. All right? See if I get something else.
Gentlemen, I want you to look at this picture on the screen right here. What do you see on your screen right here? Wow, that looks like people walking through snow. Now, any of you who live in the upper part of the United States of America, you're probably used to seeing this stuff, right? Well, unfortunately, those are illegal aliens because now we're being invaded at the northern border. Remember when I told you last year when we sent Heather Mullins, Eli, remember when we sent Heather Mullins to upstate New York and we were starting to get word that they were coming through that northern border at a high rate and nobody was talking about it? Well, we're talking about it now because it's too late. While most people are focused on the invasion at the southern border, LFA TV told you 6 months ago and is now not happy to report again that this story about the northern border doesn't get nearly the media attention. Why? Because they want you to look over here while they're doing stuff over here. And in the meantime, we're being attacked from the north, the south, the east, and the west. Illegal border crossings at the United States-Canadian border in New York, New Hampshire, and Vermont have escalated as migrants take advantage of understaffing and other conditions, according to a report from the New York Post. Eli, yesterday, my wife and I drove by that FEMA camp. Guess what? Wall up, fence up, right? Trailers there, completely evacuated. Nobody's there. But do you want to know why they've got it still set up and why they still got all the trailers there? I am under, and this is just my personal opinion. This is both my personal and my professional opinion. I believe that these FEMA interstate camps that they're building and all these camps they're building all over, I believe they're there for when they need to process a bunch of them, document them, and then place them places here in the Northeast. That's what I think is going on there. We've done a lot of research on this. We've talked to a lot of people, stuff you guys don't know about yet, because we have to be very careful when we're doing this. And I believe these are distribution centers for illegal aliens coming from the north. Reportedly, more than 12,200 illegals were apprehended crossing the northern border from Canada last year. The prior year, only 3,578. That's apprehended. And that's only in the region I'm talking about. Let's not talk about the BC region, British Columbia, Vancouver, and that region. What about Michigan? What about all those northern states? Minnesota, there's literally and virtually no security on that northern border. And we've got crossings rising by 4 times in 1 year. Now, much of the illegal crossing, about 70%, occurred along the 295-mile Swanton sector, which includes New York, New Hampshire, and Vermont. Where I live, experts say the migrants who make it to Mexico and who can afford $350 one-way plane tickets from Mexico City to Montreal or Toronto are making their way south to cross the northern U.S. border, where they are less likely to be turned away than those who cross the southern border. The U.S. border with Canada is much longer than the border with Mexico, and the ports of entry are often understaffed as CBP focuses on the surge in migration at the southern border. And now these illegals are they're figuring this out, and they're flying from Mexico to Canada, and now they're flooding over the northern border. So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to put this out as a short clip. We're going to be the ones that are staying on top of this while nobody else is. And I just want to show you a picture that I have here for you. And it was part of my thumbnail today as well. There it is, folks. There are some being arrested right there. Well, we don't know if they're being arrested or if they're just being documented and then let go, crossing over into our country from Canada.
All right. So it's not only the southern border no more. All right. They're coming through the northern. It's a complete all-out invasion. Okay? It's a complete all-out invasion. Okay? Hold on. I'm gonna get something real quick. Matthew 24 and 21, it says, Lord Yahweh Shai speaking, says, for then shall be great tribulation, such was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. Okay? And that's Jacob's trouble. See? Let me get this. 2nd Ezra 15 and 15, it says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands, because this is where it's all going to lead. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power, because people are going to eventually, take power into their own hands, man. They're going to take the power into their own hands. Okay? This is where this is all going. Let me get this. Let me get this scripture real quick. Before I forget it, let me just put it up there. All right, let me get this. 2nd Ezra 9 and 9, it says, then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. Okay, and you Babylonians are gonna dwell in torment, man, because once they activate, these sleeper cells, once they activate these militias, once they activate, these troops, this place is gonna go to hell in the handbasket, man. 2nd Ezra 9 and 10, it says, for as such in their life have received benefits and have not known me. All right. And they that have loathed my law, talking to you Israelites, while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. Okay. Next verse, it says, the same must know it after death by pain, man. Okay, and that's going to be a lot of you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. Okay. Let me get this. Jeremiah 50 and 24, it says, I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord Yahweh Shem El Shai. And this place is about to be rewarded for all its pride, all its wickedness, okay? All the bloodshed throughout the earth. See? Jeremiah 50 and 29, it says, call together the archers against Babylon. All ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about. Okay? Let none thereof escape. See? Recompense her according to her works, according to all that she has done. Do unto her. For she had been proud against the Lord Yahweh Shem El Shai, against the Holy One of Israel, man. All right? This is what's happening right now. It's being camped around about. Okay? This is what's happening. This place is about to get destroyed. Okay? This place is about to be destroyed, man. Jeremiah 50:14, it says, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. Okay? All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai. This was going to be the inevitable fate of this place. All right? Them thermonuclear missiles being launched, okay, from one end of the earth, okay, to Babylon. Okay? All these countries are going to launch missiles on this place, man. You see? 200 million warheads are going to hit this place. The Lord is going to completely annihilate this place, man. Man, woman, and child, everything. Okay, it's only going to be desert creatures here, man. You see? All right, and Jake playing around. All right? You see Jake every day just living their life. No worries. Partying, bullshitting. Right? Vacationing. Thinking what they're going to do in 2 years. Going back to school, okay? Chasing the bag, following after these celebrities. And all of this is happening right now, right before their face, okay? They're going to get caught unaware, okay? Majority of these Negroes that you Native Americans, they get caught unaware, all right? Jeremiah 50:24, it says, I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware. Thou art fallen, also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Now let me get this one, right? Because y'all gonna get caught completely unaware, man. Yep, Jeremiah 51:41, it says, how is Shishak taken? How is the praise of the whole earth surprised? How is Babylon becoming astonishment amongst the nations? Because the nations are gonna look at this place like, yo, this was that place, but it is that place no more. Okay, because this place is going to go, it's about to catch hell. All right, let me get that Isaiah real quick. Isaiah 47:1 real quick. All right, this place ain't going to be that virgin no more. That cherry about to get popped. See? Isaiah 47:1, it says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Okay? Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt be no more be called tender and delicate. This place is about to get invaded. It's about to get touched. All right? That cherry about to get popped. It's about to lose its virginity, man. Okay? This place has never been invaded. Okay? And these people are proud over here. Completely proud and out of their damn minds, man. Going over to other lands. All right? Waving the American flag in other people's lands, destroying them. Destroying their children. Going over there with your wicked policies and your wicked laws. All right, to quote unquote free the people, but it's to destroy them. All right, oppressing the man and his heritage. You see? This place has something, the Lord has something special for Babylon the Great. The Lord has something special for this place, man. All right. So I'm going to just play this last video, then I'm getting a scripture, and I'm going to wrap it up. You know, Lord willing, was edifying and straight to the point. You know, let me see if I got the articles here. I'll get them after. Lord willing.
Russia releases calendar for 2024, and it's very eerie to me. It doesn't sit right with me. It almost seems like it's foreshadowing. We're going to go through a few of the pictures. By the way, TikTok is mad at me, so if you see this video on your For You page, let me know in the comments, please. First off, why is there a Russian military right in front of the Capitol? And why does it look like a huge end of America scenario is going on right behind me? And don't forget, Putin has been meeting with Xi all of 2023. In their last meeting, Xi had said that there were changes coming not seen in over 100 years. And with all the world events lately, all the movies coming out and everything geopolitically, this calendar is just very strange. It looks like the bear is in attack mode. And we know that people aren't too fond of the USA right now. Soldier with the cat showing displaced animals where combat would be happening. Here's the US Capitol again, and here is Putin all buffed up and ready to go to war, kind of like that bear was. And as you saw in that tweet, the calendar was released by the Russian feds, and that's actually what the lettering is on this car, the FSB. And this last one's pretty deep. So it's a Russian soldier standing beside Peter the Great, We're about to get into it, and also a medieval bogatire of Russia. I'll show you why it's significant. Peter literally modernized Russia, who was lagging behind the West at the time, and really just rebirthed a great society in Russia. But let's see the other one real quick. So here's that medieval warrior, and it said they fought against like the Tartarian Empire, or the ones that opposed them, and it's slaying a dragon. So we have Peter the Great showing great rebirth of Russia. We have the Baron attack mode, capital overthrown, him slaying the dragon. Something's about to go down.
And something is about to go down. It is going down. Ezekiel 38:10, it says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai power. It shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought. And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls and having neither bars nor gates." And that's America. The Lord has set this place up for the taking, man. All right. Isaiah 47:1, it says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt be no more be called tender and delicate." This place is about to be finished. Okay. It's about to go down. Literally. Let me just get that. Get that. Jeremiah 50:24 says, "I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai." Jeremiah 51:8, it says, "Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed." We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go, every one, into our own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. Okay, so the Lord has a specific judgment. All right, a terrible judgment for Babylon the Great. All right, via the thermonuclear destruction, and Lord Yahweh Shai coming on them chariots with them laser beams, destroying you wicked ass niggas. All right, so let me get this. Ecclesiasticus 5:7, it says, "Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance." And the day of vengeance is at hand, man. All right, the day of vengeance is on its way. All right, severe judgment is about to befall Babylon and you Babylonians. And first and foremost, you Negroes, you Latinos, and Native Americans who will not repent and turn back unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and serve your power and sincerity and in truth. All right, so you need to repent and turn back unto your power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, repent for all your wicked thoughts, your sayings, your doings. All right, come with a contrite heart, a broken spirit, humble, meek, and lowly. All right, ready to serve the Lord. All right, in sincerity and in truth. See, you know. So let me see what's here. Yeah, Russia's going over to Venezuela. You know, he about to just go over there. Then there's this nigga. Neuralink's first human patient able to control mouse through thinking. All right. So these are the wicked miracles. All right, the left hand miracles. Okay, that this devil's gonna be able to do in the sight of the beast. Okay. His blessing. Okay, but this is all biblical prophecy. All right, the Revelations 13-16 on down. All right, Lord willing, I could do a lesson on this. So with that, I'm gonna Give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham HaKakodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and sincerity unto the elect. Shalom.